If you're somebody who goes way far forward on your toes or way far backward where your toes come up, I'm gonna show you two simple things that you can do to hopefully improve your balance during squat, so you'll be squatting like a pro, multiple repetitions in no time. If you are somebody who notices that when you squat way deep down, you sit back a bit too much where your toes then come up, the one change that we can do is to practice the reverse movement. So basically, we're going to force you to be a little more in your toes. The way you can do this is by grabbing some really light weight plates and boosting your heels up. So then the second you go down, if you feel like leaning backwards, this basically forces you to push your knees forward a tiny bit, still keeping yourself in a squatting pattern, but more balanced for you. You can also use what we call a slant board. Really great tool. I'll link this down in the description as well. One of my favorite tools for knee pain actually. Same concept though. So if I'm used to just leaning back and having all my weight in my heels, this literally pushes the weight and gravity into your toes when you go down. So there is literally no chance that even if I try to lean back, I'm trying to right now, I can't. This is pushing me forward. That is great if you're somebody who, when you go down, once again, you are leaning back too much and you fall backwards. And the next variation is gonna be for somebody when, if you squat down, you notice your knees go way too far forward and you can't keep your foot in an equal pressure. This one's going to need a box, a bench, something that's just low enough to where you go down, you can squat in a decent squatting pattern. For this one, you're just gonna place it behind you. And again, this is for somebody who, when you squat, your toes go forward. So to reverse that, just like we did with the first exercise, you're going to lean back. You're basically sitting back into it. So no matter how much I want to go forward, I know that the goal is to ultimately sit back into this chair, which is kind of keeping my balance a little more into my heels. Standing up, doing multiple repetitions on each variation. I would maybe do this as a warm-up before you do your normal sets of back squats or whatever squatting variation you do. If you're just getting into squatting, I would do this probably at least 3 to 4 times a week, 2 to 3 sets of 10 repetitions, and really feel the floor through the ground. You almost want to feel like your feet are grabbing the floor throughout. No time, you'll be doing full repetitions, being able to keep your foot completely flat on the ground.